Yo, what up everybody? Welcome to another episode of Cook Like a Man. My name is Jay Something and you are tuned into Something's Cooking TV. If you have not done yet, please click subscribe. This show is all about getting the guys into the kitchen. For some reason, I have so many guys asking me to learn how to cook, the basics, and to really start. And this is the show for you guys. It's taking a simple ingredient and then transforming it into something really delicious. Now, we did a survey online and we asked you guys to kind of suggest things that you wanted to learn to do and to do a little bit more with. And mincemeat came out on top, definitely in the top 3. And I know exactly why, because it's so good, it's so versatile. And there's so many different things that we can do with it. And today I want to show you how to make 2 dishes with minced meat. All right, so the first dish that I want to show you how to make with mince is a spicy Asian beef bowl. Now, I love Asian food, I love Asian flavors. I think that they carry a tremendous amount of flavor. And we're gonna go in a pan with a little bit of sesame oil because we are keeping it a little bit more Asian, so this carries a lot of flavor already. So in we go, and we're gonna heat that up really quick. All right, sesame oil, in with our onions and our carrots, just to start off the base of our dish. Let's let that cook off just 5 minutes or so. All right, that's looking really good. And now in we go with our garlic and of course some chili. Just bring that all together, not more than a minute. All right, in with our beef mince. Another reason why I dig mince is it cooks so quickly. Just want to break that up and then I can move on to making the sauce, which is also dead easy and full of flavor. Now we're gonna make a kick-ass sauce with some of my favorite things in the whole wide world because they carry so much flavor. So, hoisin sauce, a little bit of oyster sauce, which is also filled with umami, a little bit of dark soy, which is not as salty as normal soy, just been aged a little bit more. A little bit of sesame oil, just to add in that beautiful nuttiness, a little bit of sugar. A little bit of mirin, which is a rice vinegar, Japanese rice vinegar, damn good. And then a little pinch of black pepper. And that's a really good sauce. And you just want to mix that together just until it emulsifies, so until it comes together. All right, turn that mince. Are we not adding any salt to this because we've got soy, it's got salt. We've got the hoisin sauce, it's also quite salty, so don't go ahead and add salt. At the end of it all, you can always taste and see how you're feeling. That mince is cooked. Now, let's add some color to it, all right? Because it's looking quite dull. And this is where we're gonna get that color. Make sure you get all of that in there. Smelling great. All right, let's let that cook for 5 minutes or so. All right, off, that's good. Now we've got a beautiful, dark, rich color. That's exactly what we want. In with a bit of spring onion, just to add a bit of green. Toss that through, and let's plate up. I've got some jasmine rice already cooked on the side, and let's go. All right, let's plate up. It's a great little lunch meal. And then we finish off with another little bit of spring onion, just to make sure that they're popping, and some sesame seeds. It's these little touches that just make things look impressive. Finishing it off with some sesame seeds, and then your wife is like, damn, look at you, son. All right, some spicy Asian beef bowls. Easy to make, mincemeat, another way of doing it. My mate Brent stopped making mince curries and try this. All right, recipe number 1 down with mince. I've got another one. It's Bolognaise from my cookbook. All right, so recipe number 2 with mincemeat. It's one of my favorites. It is spaghetti bolognese, which happens to be the first recipe that I ever learned cooking from my mother. And it's something that carries a lot of memories because I used to cook this at varsity very often. So into a pan with a little bit of olive oil and some butter. And the reason why we do the 2 is because the butter won't burn with the olive oil, and just the flavor that we get from that butter as well is beautiful. Right, flavor. In with some pancetta or bacon, and we're gonna fry that off in all of that goodness. This kind of just sets the tone for the dish. Let's get spaghetti going. All right, in we go. All right, we just want to get a beautiful color on that bacon and let that fat of the bacon render off into the pan, because that's really gonna be the flavor that we need. That's looking good. All right, so let's start with what they call your mirepoix, which is your onions, your celery, and your carrots. Not only is it adding color, but also just a good bit of veg into a bolognese is what I love. Cook that for about 5 minutes. That is looking great. And now we're gonna add in what Jay always adds, because Jay loves it, because it also is really good. Garlic and some chili. And then, last but not least, bay leaf, just to add a little bit of earthiness. Makes such a difference, it really does. Guys, whoa! This dish just takes me right back to varsity. Add in the mince, break it up. The reason why I dig this dish is because you'd make a batch. I would normally double this batch, and then you've got, for the week, you're good. Especially if you're a bachelor. Now if I'm like on some bolognese every day with my wife, she'd probably leave me. But back in the days at school, at varsity, that was the plan, man. Big batch of mince, and that's all you eat every day. Definitely didn't add the pancetta back at varsity. Salt and pepper, baby. Okay, mince is cooked. Now we're gonna go in with 200 mils of red wine. Cook off that alcohol. Smells great, man. All right, now we need to add some tomato flavor, which you always find in bolognese. So tomato puree, and then a can of like pureed tomato, or how do you say, diced tomato. Add in a little pinch of nutmeg at this stage. One last thing to do, just a bit of extra flavor, is add in 200 mils of beef stock. And now we let it simmer. Reduce the heat and just let the simmer for 40 minutes to an hour, 2 hours, how long you have, but an hour should do the trick. All right, gents, that is it. That's exactly what you're looking for, that deep, rich red color, and it's looking great. And I'm just gonna plate up as I would at home for myself. A little bit of spaghetti, a little bit of beautiful mince. It's got so much flavor, man, because of all that pancetta. The veggies are good. People always say that I dish up too much, but I don't. I dish up how I would eat. And then finish it off with a little bit of parmesan. I don't know about you guys, man, but there aren't many things in life that can beat this. Spaghetti bolognese from my cookbook. Cook like a man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and tell your friends to come and join the party. So, one of the things that you guys must know, if you don't know, is that every single beat that you hear on this channel is made by JM. And what happens is, at the end of the shoot day, they always pop by out of their room from the back there, and they just come in, they're just lurking in. So now we made this bolognese, now they're hungry. So Waven is here. Waven, come here, Pops. You can't take this bolognese without making an appearance. Yeah, we're taking it. You have to taste and tell, because normally I taste and then I tell them, tastes good. And it's hard for them to believe me. But go in, don't be shy, hey? Let's see. Ooh. It's heerlijk, yeah. Cook like a man. Tell your friends to join the party. Something's Cooking TV. Once again, thank you so much for subscribing. We love you guys to bits. Peace until next time.